Babe Ruth, who is considered one of the greatest baseball players of all time, had a career average of .342, which is 10th among all players who have ever played the game. He had 714 home runs, which is third best of all time, and had 2,213 RBIs, which is second of all time. This man knew how to play the game of baseball, and he knew how to play the game of baseball the right way. Players in today's era who are playing Major League Baseball are putting players like Babe Ruth, Ted Williams, and Hank Aaron, those names, to shame because they are finding ways to cheat the game of baseball. Performance-enhancing drugs is the number one cause, or the number one thing that players are using to cheat the game of baseball. They're also known as anabolic steroids, and this is the steroid that is affecting most of baseball today, and it's a steroid that is most associated with rapid muscle growth. It has been reported since 2008 that approximately 8 to 10% of 1,438 players in Major League Baseball have been tested positive for using steroids. Those are the ones who have been caught. Now, it has also been said that by many different baseball reporters and analysts who have talked to current and past players that really about 60% of Major League players are using steroids or performance-enhancing drugs on a daily basis. So of the 1,500 players that are in Major League Baseball, about 600 of those players, almost 600, are using performance-enhancing drugs on a daily basis and cheating the game of baseball. Now, what do steroids do? What are the statistics? And what is the effect on the game? Well, steroids in baseball are feeling the negative impact very fast. The players who use steroids are willing to try new drugs, and no one ever knows what will be happening to those bodies of those players. In 2004, the new MLB collective bargaining agreement officially started using the new steroid testing policy, and that is first incident, 30 games, second incident, 60 games, third incident, 100 games, and after that, you're banned from the league. Anabolic steroids are the types of steroids that are being used to help build muscle at rapid paces. Anabolic steroids are the synthetic derivatives of naturally occurring male anabolic hormone testosterone. This means that the hormone anabolic effect helps the body retain dietary protein, which aids in the development of rapid muscle growth. This is how steroids allow the body to process and build muscle so fastly, according to ESPN analysts and ESPN. Steroids are affecting more than just the bodies of athletes. They are also affecting the game of baseball immensely. When a player is taking steroids, it can make many different parts of his game better, such as their bat speed, their hand-eye coordination, and even their confidence. Former Mets outfielder Cliff Floyd said that when he talked to players who have used anabolic steroids, they feel that when they in fact hit the ball, that they can in fact hit it further just because of the use of steroids. When a baseball player is on steroids, it allows them to work out longer and harder than they usually would be able to. It is giving them more stamina and more energy and allowing them to recover faster, allowing for optimal workouts. In anabolic steroids, they don't let your muscles fatigue and break down so easily, so this allows you to keep working out and keep working out. And all anabolic steroids are affecting the sport of baseball by influencing the players to take them in order to increase their playing potential, which is just cheating the game, and it is not right. This needs to be stopped, or players are going to continue to use these steroids and continue to keep cheating the game and not playing the game the right way. Some of the effects of steroids, anabolic steroids can have a lot of different effects on athletes. Some of them are a lot more serious than others, and some of them are short-term, and some of them are long-term. Most of the short-term effects are not super serious, but most of the long-term effects can be very damaging to the body. These are not good to have the MLB to allow their players to just break down their bodies. Some of the long-term effects that steroids can have, and it's the serious side effects, can be acne, rapid weight gain, clotting disorders, liver damage, heart attacks, strokes, elevated cholesterol, and weakened tendons. Steroids, most athletes do not know this, but they break down the body in the long run, even though they give you stamina and power in the short run. It is something that Major League Baseball does not want their players. Major League wants their players to stick around and play the game as long as they can to give the fans a good show, so Major League Baseball can continue making the money that they are. Athletes need to ask themselves if the risk is worth the reward. Dr. Wadler stresses that unlike almost all other drugs, all steroid-based hormones have one unique characteristic, and that is that their dangers may not be manifest for months, years, and even decades. Therefore, long after you gave up the use of steroids, you still may develop side effects. Steroids are having said to reduce a player's career by 6 less years. An average career for a Major League Baseball player is 12 years. In steroids, that will bring down your average career to 6 years. That is how devastating steroids is. And of course, you want Major League to keep your players in the major leagues for the fans, playing the game the right way, so the fans want to come out and support teams and watch and love America's pastime. Another doctor, Dr. Charles Yasalis, professor of health and human development at Penn State, says that when players take steroids, it makes your hands faster and that they increase your muscle in your forearms, in your pectorals, and numerous muscle sets are involved in hitting a baseball. This right here is Barry Bonds in 1991 when he is off steroids. And this is a picture of Barry Bonds in 2004 when he was on steroids. So this is a little example of how you can see what steroids can change and make your body do, and how much muscle you can gain from steroids. One of the things that comes with these performance-enhancing drugs are increased statistics. And the best example to use would be Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds would consistently hit around 25 home runs per year from 1991 to 2000. And instantly, in 2001, Barry Bonds hit 72 home runs, had a .370 average, and was named the MVP 4 years in a row from 2001 to 2004. Everyone knew that he was using steroids because you could tell from the rapid weight gain and from the rapid muscle gain, and from his statistics alone. He was averaging 60 home runs a year for 4 years in a row, and a .350 average instead of a .300 average and 25 home runs a year. It's incredible, and now he's the man that broke the all-time home run record, and people are furious because he cheated the game and is being rewarded for cheating the game, and it is not right, and that is what players are doing today. They are using these steroids, cheating the game, being rewarded, and fans are furious. And that is another thing that is wrong with this. One of the big negatives is that steroids plays on baseball is to decrease fan support. Just like in the Barry Bonds situation, which is a moneymaker for Major League, as Major League makes around $7.5 billion per year on their fans. According to different polls and surveys, 43% of Americans declared that they were baseball fans. Another poll was conducted about steroid use in baseball, and 23% said that performance-enhancing drugs are ruining the game, and another 63% say it is a very big problem. So fans are becoming infuriated with this steroid situation, and teams are losing support of their fans because their players are using and taking steroids. And Major League Baseball, if they want to continue making that amount of money and increasing their revenue each year, they need to stop this steroid use, because the fans are infuriated and they hate watching their favorite players getting banned and being cheaters. They hate cheaters. Fans hate cheaters. They just want to see players play the game the right way. Another big thing is that these players are supposed to be role models to younger athletes, and these players are setting the wrong standard for these younger athletes. These younger athletes pick their favorite player, and they want to be like them. And if they see the professional player taking steroids and using these drugs to become better, and if they hear about that, they're going to want to figure out and find out and want to try and be like him and take those steroids and try to become and do things like him and try to become as good as him by using those steroids. And that athlete starting the steroids at such a young age is very, very, very bad for their health. These athletes are being horrible role models toward these younger athletes. And Major League Baseball needs to figure it out and stop the steroid use and performance-enhancing drugs. What can be done? Well, Major League needs to start tracking down these cheaters and start making a statement. Once one incident and done. If they find out, if they're caught, if they've been a cheater, they need to kick them right out of the league right away. That's what needs to be done. If a player is caught, they need to fine them, and also they need to fine them and ban them for the rest of their life. That's what really is going to teach them a lesson and stop them from using them. Also, an alternative could be to shorten the season. I mean, the season is 162 games over 4 months. It is very grueling and very long, and these athletes are trying to figure out ways to recuperate and re-energize themselves very quickly, and steroid is a very good way to do that. Maybe by shortening the season, it will help them to not use the steroids as much. And then testing should be done every quarter of the year so that these teams and the players know that they're going to be tested numerously, many times, so that they know they can't get away with this drug use. Over the last 10 years, performance-enhancing drugs have been used a numerous amount of times by professional baseball players. Players want to get an extra edge up and make themselves better by cheating the game of baseball, and it's just not right. This is not the future we want for the game of baseball. Records of people who play the game the right way are being shattered by records of players who are playing the game the wrong way. It is not right at all. Different solutions need to be thought upon and implemented, or this beloved game is going to be corrupt from all the players who are using these performance-enhancing drugs. It was once said by Yankees great catcher Yogi Berra, baseball is 90% mental and the other half is physical. Well, it's sad to say that today, players are continuing to try to make this game 100% physical and trying to take out that mental aspect. Thank you.